welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. Coach Dusty here with a brand new video. It's been quite some time since I've made my last video. I've just kind of been just working, right? Just grinding, just going through the day-to-day routine of being a truck driver. And this time I just feel like there's not too much to talk about. I definitely need some video ideas and some motivation at times to just keep putting out content for you guys and keep informing you guys about my journey and to learn a little bit about trucking. So today we're going to be talking about the difference between a drop and hook and a live load. It's pretty self-explanatory, but for those of you that might not know much about trucking or you're just getting into it, this video can be helpful. So basically when you're picking up picking up a load or delivering a load, there's a difference between how you might work with the customer. So with Stevens, we have a bunch of customers where we'll actually, once we get to that shipper or receiver, we'll actually just drop that trailer there, leave it for them, and then pick up a loaded trailer, and that's considered a drop and hook. So you'll do a drop and hook on the receiving end, like when you're picking up the load, and also when you're dropping the load at times. There's times where you'll drop a trailer at a receiver, you'll pick up a loaded one, and then there's also times where you'll drop off your loaded trailer and pick up an empty trailer to then go to your next pickup. So you'll have a drop and hook on either end. Most of the time, you're not going to have a drop and hook when you're picking up and when you're dropping off. Normally, you'll have a live load, either when you're picking up or a live unload when you're getting unloaded. So if you can get it to where you have a drop and hook on both ends, that's obviously ideal, because then you're going to be in and out, quicker. Because, right, a live load is when you're actually backing up to a loading dock and getting loaded. You're going to be backing up to whatever door the warehouse tells you to back up until, and then the warehouse employees will actually load your trailer. So when this happens, it could be anywhere from 2 to 1 hour. I guess 1 hour to, I've been at a loading dock sometimes for 5-6 hours. It really just depends on how busy they are, how quickly they get you loaded. But ideally, the average time for a live load is around 2 hours. And like I was saying before in previous videos, after that 2 hours of being at a shipper, say your appointment's at 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock in the morning, and you don't get out of there till 12, right? It takes them 4 hours. You're going to be getting 2 hours of detention pay. So that would be $40. So the first 2 hours that you're at your appointment, you're not getting paid for, right? It's just, part of the trucking game. A lot of companies are like this, and it's, it definitely does suck, right? You want to get paid for all the hours you are working, but you're still getting your mileage pay, and you're making, plenty of money as a truck driver. But that detention additional pay definitely does help. Like your detention pay, your layover pay, these are things you really want to make sure you're staying on top of, and you're submitting the information that you need to the different departments so that you do get paid out for this additional pay. So live loads, that's primarily what you're going to have. But I've been getting a lot of drop and hooks on, either on the pickup or on the receiving end. This load that I'm on right now, I could drop it off anytime today. There's like a window of when I could drop it off, and that's normally how drop and hooks are. You'll have, if you're dropping it off at a specific time, you'll be able to most of the time just drop it off anytime within that window, and then pick up an empty trailer there. So there's certain customers that we work with, quite a bit. So we have empty trailers there for them to load. And then, like I said, once I drop my trailer off, it's going to get, emptied out from the warehouse. And then, the next driver will then pick up, that trailer. So it is nice, right? Because I'll be in and out of there within 30 to 45 minutes, right? I'm really just going in there, giving them the paperwork, the bills, right? And then they'll tell me where to drop the trailer, disconnect from that trailer, and then just grab it empty, and then I'm out of there. So it definitely does help, get you in and out of these different shippers and receivers. So it just makes the, the trucking trucking journey a little bit more enjoyable at times, because, you know, no one really wants to be waiting at a shipper or receiver for, you know, really any time. You want to just be in and out. But, you know, it's part of the game, and it definitely does, you know, it can get on your nerves at times, but I've learned to enjoy it, right? When you're at a shipper receiver, you know, catch up on sleep, right? Get a little nap in, you know, chill on your phone, right? You know, eat some food, you know what I mean? You can make the most of the time, but, you know, when you really want to be somewhere, you really want to get your miles in, where you really want to, like the other day, I was at a shipper for 4 hours, and there was a storm that was coming through, like a snowstorm, and I wanted to, like, get out of there and then get to a truck stop so that I didn't have to drive in the snow. And they took 4 hours to load me, right? And, you know, obviously I got my $40 of detention pay, but, you know, I was cutting it close to when that snowstorm was going to be coming through, and obviously you don't want to be driving in a snowstorm. So I was like, come on, guys. Like, I went inside a couple times and, like, checked, hey, like, what's going on? Like, obviously you don't want to do that. You don't want to get on their nerves and piss off, you know, the warehouse employees to where, like, they don't load you, right? Or they, you know, sometimes they have to go on a break, a lunch break, and that's what happened. They were on lunch, so it took a little bit longer. But there's a lot of nonsense in this trucking journey that you'll understand, that you just kind of just got to roll with the punches. It's not always going to be a perfect day in this trucking world. You'll have your good days and you'll have your bad days. I've said that in, you know, plenty of videos. You really just gotta kind of, like I said, just run with the punches, accept the bad with the bad, and, you know, when you have a good day, you know, really enjoy it, because, you know, you will have a lot of good days. Like, today's been great. The weather's been awesome. I'm gonna get to the shipper or get to the receiver probably around 6 p.m. tonight, drop it off, and then I'm gonna be taking a 34-hour reset here, because we got home time coming up again. I'm gonna be going back to Florida in a couple weeks, so I want to reset my 70-hour clock. And what's actually nice is that my next load doesn't pick up until the 19th, so I'm going to be getting a paid 2 days off, basically, because I'm going to be picking up in that same vicinity, the same wherever I'm dropping off tonight. I'm actually picking up there on the 19th, so I'll have the 17th off and the 18th off, which I'll get layover pay for. So when you could get, you know, a 34-hour reset in and also get paid, that's a win-win. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys learned a little bit about what a drop and hook is versus a live load. And like I said, it's all random, right? There's certain customers that you'll have drop and hooks with, there's certain ones you'll have live loads with. It all really just depends. But until next time, this has been your boy Coach Dusty. I'm out. Peace.